Hello creative friends, this is Joy coming to you with another art journal page. So I'm continuing to show you how to get animals into your art journals, and for this particular page I'm working in my 8x8 Dylusions art journal, and I'm using the Dylusions acrylic paints for this page, and I'm just taking the blue and the turquoise and going over this page. I'm trying to create kind of like a underwater scene, I guess, to this page, and I'm adding a little bit of green to the blue here to to get the effects, and a lighter green, and I believe I put some turquoise in there to try to give it kind of an underwater feel. And I sprayed a little bit of water. The pages are not gessoed, but I did spray a little bit of water onto the pages just to kind of help move the paint around a little bit. And I sprayed a couple of times during the process just to keep the paint moist and being able to move it around and to get it to blend. And here I'm using a little bit of white to add some white to the page as well. So I just keep working with the different colors to get the effect that I'm looking for. And here I'm adding a little bit more blue because it seemed like I lost some of that blue with it, adding the other colors on top. And I'm just working with it until I get it to, where I'm happy with it. So that's basically what I'm trying to do here. And then going around the edges, because I guess I want it more of the blue around the edges. Some of the colors were going off the page, and I was wanting to kind of bring that in a little bit, and then add in more white because again it was getting lost. So once I got the page to where I was happy with it, I set it aside, and I found this turtle that I wanted to add to the page. So I'm just quickly trimming it out, cutting around it, not being too careful, just trying to cut, not fussy cutting, but cutting close, really close where there's just a little tiny bit of a border, but not enough to really worry about. And on this page, there's also some like plants and rocks and things are on the bottom, so I decided I wanted to cut those out and use those on my page as well. So that's what I'm cutting out here, is the plants and rocks and things that were on the bottom. And again, not fussy cutting, just cutting around them. And I like the title that was on this page. It says, "Be the voice for those who have no voice." So I cut out the title as well. And I got out my matte medium, and I'm going to use it to affix the images and the title to this page. So I put down, I'm sorry, this is not matte medium, this is clear gesso is what I ended up using for this, because I want to go over the top of it with some more color. So I put down, excuse me, the gel medium, and over on the bottom of the page, and now I'm going on over the top of the image, as you saw there, and I'm just using my fingers because it's kind of wrinkling in areas to try to get the image to lay flat. So now that it's dried, I'm getting my watercolor brushes, or my watercolor paints, in a brush, and putting more color on this turtle. Now I could have used acrylic paint and went over and used the turtle just as a guide to actually paint a turtle on this page and make it look more painterly, but I decided that I just wanted to use the watercolors to color the turtle. And I'm using it as a guide, but you can still see the image of the turtle underneath, and it's not going to completely cover up the turtle like it would if I had used acrylic paints, which is another option. If you want it to look like you actually painted the animal on the page, then you can use acrylic paints, which is more opaque and would completely cover the turtle, if it, with the paint. Or if, like with this page here, I wanted to be able to see the turtle underneath. I just wanted him to be more colorful. So that's why I'm using watercolor paints to just kind of give him some more color to the to him and to this page. So that's what I'm doing here with the watercolor set. And then I'm taking some black and going over the black areas to just kind of darken those up a little bit, so that, those are a little bit darker, because after covering, and I'm not being real precise, but, just trying to hit those areas that are darker. Because after going over it with the watercolor, the black wasn't as black as I would have liked it to have been, so that's why I went over it again with the black to darken it. And so I just keep adding color to this turtle till I get it to a point where I'm happy with it. And I also use around the eye, it's really kind of, and the mouth, it's really kind of a small area, so I just grab a fine line Sharpie to do the black around the eye and add some lines on his mouth and into other areas that was too small for the watercolor brush, or getting in there with the watercolors. So I decide to put these plants and images on the bottom of the page. So here I'm using my matte gel medium to put the images down, because I could have gone over these with some paint or watercolors, but I decided just to put them down like they are and that they're fine. There was no need to go over them like I did with the turtles. So I just put those on the page, cover the backs of them with the matte gel medium, and then put them down and cover the tops of them with the matte gel medium. And then I also am adding the title here as well, as you can see, and I set those aside to dry. And I'm trimming the one because the corners of this journal is rounded, so I was just trimming a little bit of that off the rounded edge. So now that these are dry, I decided to come back with the watercolor to put like a shadow around the turtle and around the plants and the rocks and things on the bottom, and to try to add somewhat of a bottom, to this page, so it looks like the bottom of the ocean. So that's what I'm doing here, is using the black watercolor to do that. And I do a darker shadow around the underneath parts of the turtle than I do the tops of the turtle, but I do a little bit around the top of the turtle for shadowing as well. But mostly I do the heavier underneath. And here I grab my Posca pens because I want to do a border around that title. So I just take a dark blue Posca pen, and here I'm going around the turtle underneath and around the top just to add more shadow. I felt like he needed to stand out more, so that's what I'm doing here. And then I trace around my title with the dark blue Posca pen. So that's pretty much the art journal page for today. I hope you guys liked the video. If you like the video, you can hit the like button, or you can subscribe to my channel to see more, or you can leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. I really enjoy doing these pages and sharing them with everyone. I hope you guys liked the video, and I thank you for watching, and we will talk to you guys again later. Bye-bye.